Great. So again, good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great evening, great morning so far. Kids are at school, so we can prep the day. So let's start with the market once again, and yeah, we'll start to we'll try to make it simple. Um, but there's definitely some twists with feedback and growth stocks and more the area that we trade that is very choppy. So let's look at the market first and then we'll talk about that after. So market is still in a confirmed uptrend. So QQQE made a new closing all-time high yesterday. So pretty constructive, pretty bullish. For me, that's kind of um, the confirmation that I wanted to see out of that base, especially after Friday's 2 weeks ago. So this is very good sign. Do we need to maybe back test, tighten up a bit on the right side? We'll have that information today in the next few days. What I know is Brett keeps expanding and McClellan oscillator is increasing as well. So we have pretty good breadth overall in the Qs and in the SPY as well. But we're kind of hit by this short-term breadth extension being overbought. So we discussed that yesterday morning. I think that's what we felt yesterday as well. So kind of the high flyers, the growth stocks. So basically the liquid leader as well, but not as much. But we're definitely seeing some profit taking and digestion under the hood, uh, and probably because short-term breadth is pretty stretched on the upside. So important to keep in mind that as long as QQQE is in an uptrend above a rising 21 DME structure, that McClellan is trending higher above the 10 DMA. I remain in my uptrend mindset and I rely my decisions based on my portfolio and my own positions. I am aware that the market is overbought short term, so that's why the game plan will change a bit today. Yesterday we had some good weakness. I thought that it would be bought more aggressively. It was not, so it was feedback that the market probably need a bit more time to digest that overbought rating. But other than that, there's nothing broken. All right, so let's go see the internals. So credit spreads will have to be checked today. So we're right into the daily structure once again. We're not able to break to a new low, break that daily structure as well. Like we said, we wanted to see that breakdown from here. Uh, that would have probably helped the market and not feel what we felt yesterday with that credit spreads kind of bounce and mini spike. And we do have kind of a reversal pivot reclaim as well. So uh, we'll see today. Do we spike? Do we create another lower high? Are we able to just kind of spike, fade, and then create the fuel to finally break down? That's all the scenarios that I will be looking for on the credit spreads. Again, credit spreads that's something that I watch closely, like the VIX, to give me a bit of confirmation on the risk on and risk off market aspect. So we don't want to see that spike. We don't want to see a higher high. That would not be good if we spike above that pivot right here. So we want to see that contain. We want to see that eventually break down. And if we do, then we probably could see that next leg higher. A bit of the same for VIX. So VIX, three pretty powerful down days to erase that kind of spike. And we'll need to break down from that structure as well, from the daily structure, make a new low and start to trend below the daily structure. That's basically what we want to see volatility kind of being drained off the market and get better traction. Bitcoin still nothing to do for me. We're still trading right into support, trying to make another higher low, right into structure, right into support. So again, for me, it's a no-go below a declining 21 DMA structure. There's no setup. There's no reason to go in anticipation there. So if we rally and we tighten up on the right side, then there could be a trade. Uh, but the downtrend is well in place. And yesterday we saw another rejection of the daily structure, pretty powerful rejection. So clearly this is not ready. Uh, we covered that QQQE. So basically making a new closing all-time high. So let's see if we can hold that breakout and push further from here, or we need to like I said, maybe fail breakout and make a new higher low on the right side. That's all potential scenarios. And the Qs, so weighted indices. Um, so there was Netflix earnings last night. Pretty bad reaction, so down almost 8%. So keep that in mind that it certainly affect the Nasdaq. So QQQ, not QQQE, but QQQ. So there's definitely some weakness that are due to Netflix pre-market action. But I remain with the same scenario. So we ran right into swing high pivot. I would like to see some tighten up on the right side here. Maybe even retest kind of the 21 DMA structure, that area, and then build the strength to sustain a move higher. So far, there's nothing wrong with the Qs. There's nothing wrong with Nasdaq. Uh, it's still trading above. We still have our reclaim. Maybe we get that retest. Uh, but yeah, there's absolutely no red flag in the indices as well. So, portfolio, and that's where a bit of the nuances will come into my situational awareness. Where, um, yes, we have very constructive action market wise, but yesterday we had kind of that rotation into more lagging groups. And money was sucked in from the more speculative growth area of the market that we used to trade. So if you don't have good feedback in the last few days, that's basically what you feel. Um, we can look, we can take some time and look at this. So if we go into TradersLab, right? So sectors and teams, that was pretty clear yesterday, that rotation. So if you look at the team sorted by RS rank, so meaning the groups that are leading, you see a bunch of red, not big red. So there was big moves in metals and mining, with gold kind of topping. You have copper as well, uranium, gold, silver. So those are all the precious metals that kind of got hit yesterday. But even then, you look at the leading groups and there's not a lot of green. There's aerospace and defense, but other than that, that's all red. You have semiconductors being red as well. And if you look, so QQQE was green, S&P was green. So where that buying goes is into lagging teams yesterday. So you had leisure and entertainment. So you have CCL, UAL, so all those airlines, um, boat companies, etc., that did well. Home builders, online retail. So CVNA did well. Aerospace and defense, like we talked about. Software was not doing too bad, and that's probably what held best in the portfolio. Cybersecurity with CrowdStrike as well. And then you have retail, medical equipment, airlines, restaurants, healthcare providers, pharmaceuticals. That's all deep red, meaning that it's lagging groups that led the day yesterday. So that's a bit what you felt if you are uh, usually in the leading groups like I am, then you didn't get good traction. But if you were in like turnaround groups and lagging groups, then you probably had a good day. So that's what a bit was masked below kind of the good action on QQQE and RSP, and why you felt bad traction essentially yesterday as well. So we'll have to kind of monitor that rotation. Does it continue? Um, do we see a rotation back into the leading teams today or tomorrow? That would be kind of the ideal scenario for our portfolio and to start to gain traction again. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing, and that's what explains what we felt yesterday. Yeah, that's what I did, David. If you click on the day, that's what I did. So it was sorted by daily gains, and I was showing that uh, the lagging groups were leading yesterday. Okay, sorry. Are you going to focus on those areas now? No, 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 no. That's not me. That's not my system. Uh, so you'll get crazy trying to time the rotation and play the rotations. Um, from one. So sometimes what you see is kind of, so that one is a reclaim. Um, but sometimes that kind of counter rallies. Um, just want to find one. Yeah, they're above daily structure. But my point is, those rotation happen so fast. You don't know how long it will last. You don't know. Um, well, will that rotation go on for a couple of days, couple of weeks, a couple of months? Will this entire bull market kind of just change leading groups, etc., etc.? So, and if it does, then I will be there because those leading names will suddenly go into the liquid leader scans and the pullback scans as well. So for me, I don't try to time the rotation. It's a very hard job to do. Don't have good win rate doing that. My system is all about trading what's leading right now, and my scans will point me right into it. So, um, if the rotation goes on, then they will prove itself, and the names will be in the liquid leaders and into my universe that I will trade. But I'm not trying to be early. I'm not trying to be the first one. I just found out that uh, more often than not, you get a small rally as rotation, you get a counter trend rally, and then selling is coming because that's a lagging sectors, a lagging group, and then you're there with a lagging portfolio while the leading stuff was just pulling back, and then all of a sudden they take back the lead and you're left without entry in those names. So I'm never chasing the rotation. So Luis is asking, when are you doing the Traders Lab seminar? This is today at noon. So yeah, it's free. You can join the Traders Lab Discord. It's free access, and you will see the event in the Discord. All right, so let's go back to Trading View. All right, so portfolio review. So bit of red this morning, but yeah, let's see how the day goes. I still like the names that I have, and maybe there's a few things at risk, but not too much. So Dell, pretty good action. Might confirm kind of a shakeout yesterday with a 21 EMA retest, and it closed right back into range. So very good action. That's probably one of the best setup in tech right now. So happy with my position. Nvidia a bit at risk for me. I will flag that at in chopping block because we're still building higher lows, but we're starting to live below the declining 21 EMA. So yeah, at some point I will throw the towel on this one, but I want to give it one more day today to see if we can um, build up that higher low, that retest of the structure, that retest of the range, and push from here. So one last day, but if it does not show strength, probably that I will close Nvidia at the end of the day. CrowdStrike still acting pretty good. We're right into that kind of base structure. So obviously we want to see it break out from here. But some backtest or tight range on the right side is not bad either. Snow looking good on the right side. 3 days up in a row. So maybe we get some backtest here as well. Maybe we need to backtest that reversal pivot, that 21 DMA structure. That's an area that I will watch. But yeah, nothing to do for that position as well. If we break out, then that will hit the 2R target and be the risk. But until then, there's nothing to do. Palantir, a bit like Nvidia. And I mentioned that yesterday morning. If it doesn't go here, probably today or tomorrow, that will be too tight and too long, especially with earnings coming up. So that will probably be something else that I just manage my risk and close it. But it's still in Focuslist as well. So the setup is there. If we pushed above the daily structure, if we push above the reversal pivot, then we have a good long setup in a prior leading stock and out of that wedge. So I'm kind of in between where if it doesn't work here, I want to manage my risk. especially with earnings coming up. And if it goes, then that's a pretty solid setup. So um, on and off. We'll see at the end of the day if it works or not. And if not, like I said, we're definitely getting too tight for too long. SMCI, good chart. I like the right side. We have retested the uh, gap structure, nearly the 21 DMA structure as well yesterday. We're tightening up on the right side. That's what you want to see. So that thing is the risk for me. I want to be patient, but yeah, uh, I like how it builds the right side right now. Let's see if it works and we can push higher. VRT, so nice reaction to earnings. Earnings were this morning, so gapping 7% right now. It was a big base breakout, acting very good in that breakout with now a gap up. So again, planning to be patient, trailing the daily structure. Same thing for Micron, same thing for AMD, and same thing for Oklo. Now Oklo opening below the daily structure. So that's the other one that I will probably close at the end of the day. If we can't hold that kind of area right here and close inside the daily structure. So Oklo is definitely on the chopping block for me today, if it can close strong. All right, so Focuslist, what do I have? I know there's less stuff. So yeah, I had CRDO. So CRDO is still setting up a 21 DMA reclaim and backtest setup. We're right in that gap fill 21 EMA and downtrend line retest. So very strong spot. If we start to see strength of that that pivot of that area and that structure, then we have a pretty solid long setup with low risk entry. So I really like that name. I took a loss on it yesterday. It was not ready, but definitely kind of the name that I want to add if it acts good. Then there's Dell. We discussed that. We discussed Palantir and SMCI as well. So SMCI is still setting up. Um, I would look for some weakness. Again, that pivot right here. You can also play the daily reversal, but it's getting a bit high and a bit short-term extended from the 21 EMA. So I would prefer on weakness, and um, positioning on strength does not work well recently as well. Buying weakness gives you a much better entry, lower risk, and less chances to be faded. All right, so that's it for me. Let's see how the day goes. Game plan for me is probably super patient. So market is a bit undecided. We had mixed feedback yesterday, especially on new exposure attempt. So I don't want to be in that kind of situation where my portfolio is grinding up, but I'm chopping myself up with new buys attempt. Late April, at the end of the trend, we had the same situation, and I was able to grind my equity higher just because I was doing nothing and not looking at new buys every day, especially when conditions were pretty choppy. So I feel that's a bit of the same situation right now, where less is more. So I'll try to just do nothing today. I'm still pretty high on CRDO. So I will see how it's set up, and if I can get good traction in my portfolio, that might be the only move that I'm doing. But other than that, like I said, I don't want to chop myself, so we'll try to reduce my activity the most I can. All right, so chart requests, AVGO. Uh, yeah, it's still setting up. Uh, I still think that's pretty choppy on the right side. Um, you buy that on weakness, right? So there's that daily reversal here, but strength is faded, strength is sold into. Look at those. So rip higher, sold. 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 So don't buy this on strength. Obviously, it's sold into. If you want to test it out, then go on weakness at least, and see if we can change that character and rips start to not being sold into. Yeah, that's a new rap video. Rip and sold. All right, so UD. Yes. Yeah. I still think it's not ready. I want to see if it can build the right side, build a higher low. Right now, everything I see is 21 DMA structure breakdown, rally, and rejection. So right now we're there in the price cycle. What it will do next will tell if there's a setup or no. Does it create a higher low, or does it roll over and make a new lower low? Does it tighten up on the right side here? Confirm a daily reversal and push higher, in which case there's definitely a setup. So yeah, I will watch this one. So like you saw, it's still in my trading view Focuslist because I want to keep it close, but I'm not ready to jump in yet. Tem. Yeah, that's the same thing. It keeps being sold into. Watch for high low. Watch how it will build the right side over here in that structure as well. But yeah, I wouldn't buy that on strength as well. Maybe try a low risk entry of the bottom of the daily structure, something like that. But just be careful that rips are sold. CSCHW. Yeah, we discussed that yesterday. No, was it? No, another one. All I see is another mean reverting machine. So yeah, you rip downtrend, rip downtrend, rip downtrend, rip downtrend, rip downtrend. All it do, everything it gives a nice uptrend is to get into a downtrend. So am I excited by this? No, not at all. It's not leading. It's not a clean chart. You can argue that it's nice basing action, uh, but yeah, that's not a high probability setup in my opinion. CLS, yeah, earnings way too close. Monday of next week. So not and that's why it was not in the scan, because there's just not enough time left to build cushion. How do I gain access to TradersLab Discord? Uh, Go to TradersLab X page, and then in the bio you will have the link for the free Discord. So, wouldn't you consider the fact that we have very little buyable setup uh, a red flag? Um, Not really. Uh, Market being thin is not a new thing right now. Um, there is definitely setup. So my pullback scan is filled with names. Not everything that I want to trade, but I wouldn't say that there's no setup. So no. Rambus. All right, so looks like it's trading a bit thin. It's a bit choppy, but anyway, there's earnings next Monday as well. So just no time. So hey guys, we're really getting into that earning period where you have to check your earnings date. If you take a position and you have no cushion, and then earnings are the next day, then you're putting yourself at huge risk of taking a big loss without cushion. So please check your earnings date. And if you don't um, have the habit to do it, and you're a bit lazy like me, then that's why we build in the TradersLab screener the minimum days before earnings. So I'm setting that to 14 days in the scanner, in the screener. Um, and everything that don't have earnings, um, at least that have earnings in the next 14 days, will not be shown in my screen. So that's a very easy and lazy way to just make sure that you're not taking a position in a name that has earnings very close. My question was ignored. Which one? Oh, a bit higher. Sorry. Alex, I want to ask how come your daily structure has 3 to 15 ATR, but the weekly? My scan, you mean? Oh yeah, I just change a bit. Um, and you say I don't use that weekly scan anymore. I'm only using the daily. So the weekly was not updated, and I updated the daily. Um, but hey, you can change that on your side as well, right? So if you prefer lower ATR name, then save as the scan under your name, and you can adjust the parameters as to what you want. All right, so 918. Any other questions? All right. So have a good day, everyone. And remember, traction is a bit harder. So market picture is clear. We're in a clear uptrend. But as I explained a bit earlier, we are seeing that rotation into more lagging groups. So will that continue? Will traction continue to be hard? All I know is rotation is healthy, is normal, is constructive in a bull market. That's what keeps indices making new highs. And then you can get back that rotation into the stuff that you trade and that you hold. So don't be too pessimistic. Don't try to uh, play that rotation too much because we don't know how long it will last. And yeah, just be aware that traction is harder, less is more, uh, less trades, less size while it lasts. And we'll have more information in the next few days as well. So trade well, have a good day, and once again, if you have questions, I will be in the pit. Right, bye bye, guys. Cheers.